Oh, Aaron's dragging us down.
I do have an intro.
Really?
Huh.
An intro.
All right.
What's the noise? Oh, that's me.
What is? Yeah. What's going on? Turn that off.
Get your
Turn
shit
that off
together,
before
Aaron.
there's a copyright issue.
I didn't even realize that was coming from my phone. But hello there, people. How are you all doing out there in the land of the internets and the interwebs? How you guys doing?
Living the dream.
Yep, doing all right.
Winding it up.
I got coffee with peanut butter whiskey in it.
I have ginger ale and one of these body armor drinks.
Oh, motherfucker.
Punch. Yeah.
You
What is
mixing some... He mixes ginger ale with fucking juice and shit.
Listen, man.
It's so weird. It's odd.
How is it
Yep.
odd? No.
The only thing I've ever put in ginger ale is grenadine and vodka.
I know, right? I
See?
know who fucking mixes shit with fucking ginger ale. What's wrong with you, Aaron?
Black people do. That's who.
Holy fuck.
You guys gotta learn this.
Now, would I try it? Yes. But
Yeah,
no.
I mean,
No, I
it's
don't
not an
want it.
orange soda. I'm surprised.
Nah,
Or grape.
Or grape soda.
I wasn't in the mood for those.
They call it grape drink.
Great drink.
No, that's not. That's like the.
That's different. That's not
That's
grape
the juice
soda.
consistency, not the soda drink.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we don't just call it that. They used to sell them at the grocery stores. It would say grape drink or whatever.
Oh, yeah, because it was the knockoff of Kool-Aid. I used to get it, man. You gotta remember, I grew up poor.
They knew their market.
25 cents a pack.
Cheaper than that. It was cheaper than that.
Yeah, it was like 19 cents or so. It was like really cheap for the packs.
For the package.
The most expensive part of it is buying the sugar. Yo, sugar is expensive.
But I'm gonna drop this intro and then we're gonna dive.
Intro.
Let's do it.
Movies. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Welcome to another episode of Popcorn and Pints. Don't know how to say that in Spanish, so I'm not gonna even try. Tonight, as soon as I shut my ass up, we're gonna start talking again. We're gonna be reviewing Traffic and Selena. And that song, I Will Fall in Love with You, I didn't know she sang that. I thought I never heard a Selena song. Boy, was I wrong. But let's see how we feel about these films tonight. Thanks for popping by, people. Welcome to the madness. It'll probably get silly. Guys, let's take it away.
Is your
Quick
wife
question.
fluent in Spanish?
She understands more than she speaks.
Okay. I was going to say, if she was, you should have had her read the intro.
I know. That or you should have used Google Translate and studied. But anyways, that subscribe button that popped up. You know it didn't say subscribe, right?
Yeah, it was in Spanish.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just see him like he just started hitting keys. It was like just...
What a dirty gringo.
I know. He just...
I didn't know that was Spanish.
Yeah, that was Spanish. You're welcome.
All right.
All right, I'm going to be honest, though. I did that on accident, right? Because the program I use to, when I do my little edits and shit, I added the subscribe because it has the little thing you could just drop down there and it does that. And I didn't realize I picked the Spanish one. It was one on top of the other. And then once I
It
see
worked out.
once I picked the Spanish one, I was like, oh, perfect. I meant to do this.
Yeah, there you go.
That shit was
Meant to
of course,
be.
you have those.
yeah, I do. So let's start with Traffic.
Oh, I was going to say Selena, but okay.
I'm cool with either, but
I don't care.
you're the tiebreaker, James.
I know, James. Pick a movie.
Okay. There might be a little bit more to talk about for Traffic, so let's go with Selena.
All right.
Always stick together.
We do. I wasn't going to
I
say.
know. I did. I just used that as excuse.
Would Chris say again?
Yeah, Chris. Yeah.
No joke, though. That was my exact thought. I thought we'd
No, it was. Traffic had a lot going on, so I think there's more
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm sure you got tons of notes on it. But okay, let's go Selena. Because Selena is basically straightforward. It's a documentary kind of movie. I don't know if it's exact.
Yeah.
Because you know how they do that. Sometimes we gotta put a little bit of something exciting in here.
They Do you mean Mexican Americans or do you mean Hollywood?
No, I'm talking about Hollywood, man. Fucking whoever. Actually, I don't even know if Hollywood made this. Whoever made it.
That was payback for that shit, that bullshit.
Yeah.
But no, there was it was the way he says it. He said, you know, the way they do it. I was like, what do you mean? They? Had to do it.
Early ratings?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Pick this guy right here. Oh, beanies, Mexican. I see what I did here.
Oh.
You want to participate?
I really enjoyed this. I'll say 7 for now.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna go 7 myself. It got better as it went along.
Yep.
I'm gonna say 7.5. I'll give it a 7.5.
I will say, watching this, there's a lot about Selena I didn't know. I never watched this when it came out. I'm sure it wasn't my.
I watched. I don't know when though.
The movie came out in '97, so I was 13-ish, right around there. So this was definitely not my kind of jam at the time.
These types of movie I watch because at the time my mom will be watching her son, so I'll sit there and watch it with her. That's how I came across this because I was like, "Who the fuck is Selena?"
Well, hold on. I looked at.
I was like, "Who?"
So actually, since I looked this up right before the show, the movie came out in '97. She died in March of '95. They didn't waste any time getting this movie made, which seems kind of advantageous on the studio.
Well, they had a jump on it while she was hot.
Well, so she died in March of '95. Her English album that America knows her for didn't come out until July of '95.
But that
4 months later after she died.
That happens. I mean, even to this day.
No, but that's still crazy to think about.
Yeah,
no, you don't even give time to fucking people mourn and shit.
She was as big as she was. She didn't have an English album out until after she died.
Yeah,
that's kind of mind-boggling.
She did the crossover.
Not really though, because you have to think of how many people speak. Like all jokes aside, how many people speak Spanish around the world? So it's like, it's not. But I get what you're saying too, though. Where with the sales in America, I guess too. But yeah, she
had to work to get popular enough to do the crossover. So she was a woman driving, the family bus trailer.
But yeah, the bus.
It's interesting. Being I obviously realized that as I was watching this, I knew nothing about Selena in general. I didn't know it was a whole kind of family affair, her band and everything. I didn't know. I didn't know she knew English as a kid, and she was Mexican American and not just regular Mexican. But so it's fascinating to see that she was speaking English fine as a kid. She was kind of brought up with English and then learn Spanish and then sang in Spanish for the next
10 years. Well, the funny thing was she learned Spanish through song. Remember later in the movie, which people, you already know how we do, we're gonna be jumping around. Remember later in the movie where she's like, where they're going to Mexico.
Yep.
And her father's like, listen, Selena, you don't really know Spanish, so I'm gonna take the lead and talk for you. But like, Dad, let me handle this. And she did a great job. Obviously, the people loved her. As you see, you see in the movie. When she goes down there, she's speaking. I guess you would say Spanglish. Well, not even, because
it's Spanglish. She would break out in English. I assume they only show part of that interview, but I assume when she didn't know a word, she jokingly says it in English. That comes across as sincere, endearing, and
being attractive doesn't hurt either at all when it comes to something like that. It's like,
Well, that's the part of being a fucking
pop star,
musician, a pop star. Yeah, you gotta have the looks. You have to have everything.
Yeah, but
it's different these days. Back then, for example, there was a famous singer where she wasn't even singing. There was another girl in the back who sang for her, type shit. And you're like, what the fuck? Because the other one was overweight. She wasn't eye candy. So they did a whole fucking.
It's not. I mean, it's not really that different now. I don't think much has changed in the world of pop music, especially for women as it has for men. But
yeah, well, yeah, I'll say yes and no, because Like
Well, you had
Lizzo.
Adele. Adele
Oh,
came
Lizzo.
out. She was overweight when she
Yeah,
first
yeah,
came
her.
out.
Listen, Adele has an amazing voice, but like Lizzo, she.
Lesbo.
I'm gonna
Who?
try to say this as polite as I can.
Who the
Lisbo.
hell? Who the hell
Lizzo.
is that?
Lizzo.
Google
that?
it. Google it.
No,
That's all I'm gonna say.
no. Okay, I'll freeze. I can't Google. No, I guess my phone on.
Female black singer.
Yes,
Mm.
but he
I know
jumped.
she is. I know she's in the larger
That's what I'm saying. And people
side.
accept.
But
I
Oh
know
yeah.
people complain, but people, you know what I mean. It's not a huge deal, and she's popular. I don't know if she sings. I don't know how well she sings.
I don't think I ever heard any of these songs.
I'm sure.
I never heard of her ever.
I am sure I've heard one or two of
I
her
may
songs on the
have.
radio, but I wouldn't be able to pick it out.
Yeah.
See, I don't listen to the radio, so anything like newer or whatever, I don't know.
Even from, I'm sure we've heard some, even from like a commercial, because she's that kind of popular. Where she has like her songs
Okay.
and shit.
I'll have to see if anything rings.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not nearly like it was, but there's still that stigma.
Oh
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
there is,
And it's still worse for females
terrible.
than it is for males.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Depending, it's I got yeah. So with that, just because we were discussing this, with is that across the board for each genre of music though for females? Because for males it's different.
No,
You know what I
it's females across the board.
I would say so.
Women have it harder.
And the reason why I say that is because like with the rap thing, it's more of like the stigma or whatever of the tough guy. You know what I mean? Like the tough guy, street dude. Country is not that. You know, R&B is not necessarily that. It's a little. They're each a little bit different. Like for each genre of music for men, it's different. Rock and roll is not. I don't know what it is for rock and roll because that's not my type of. Like I love the instruments. I don't. You know what I mean? You guys could probably
across the board, it's kind of the same. There's so much more pressure for women just to try to maintain their.
See, with the guys,
matter what
the only ones who came close is boy bands. They try to get all good-looking guys in the boy band.
Yeah,
rock stars like rock band, even fucking just solo singers. For guys, they don't give a fuck you're overweight. You don't have to be hot.
No, dude, and even the country singers that blow up, yes, some of them are in good shape, but other ones that get super popular, they have the beer belly, they're in their fucking flannel and cowboy hat, pretending to be country when it's not country music, it's pop music.
And their F-350s.
Yeah.
And their fishing poles. You know.
Their sister wives.
Their sister wives. But no, yeah, it's way harder for women, especially like back in the day. Like she's going around the road. They did this shit on their own.
Yeah,
that's what's cool too.
That was amazing. And at the time, there was like no huge female artists in the Mexican thing. So like even with other cultures,
it's like the Michael Jackson shit. That's what they did.
I mean, well, plus the crossover things, like it's happened, but it's not common at all for a multilingual artist to cross over into big markets and shit.
Even for USA, they do crossovers. You got fucking like
oh yeah,
like who was it? Demi Lovato or something? She did a Spanish album, or Christina Aguilera did a Spanish album.
Shakira's a big.
Oh, Shakira, yeah, Shakira's another one. So it happens. There's crossovers all the time.
There's crossover, but not to the scale that Selena hits.
No.
She's yeah.
And like people, people still know her. So her hits are still played on the radio 30 years later.
And after seeing this movie, because I honestly didn't know much about her at all, just besides like what I would hear from my wife here and there. But I think about it, I'm like, oh, mommy's on.
What's up, mom?
Hey, mom. I wonder like how much bigger she would have been if she was still around.
Oh, she would have blew up. She would have been going for a while.
That's 100. And then my second is, and this isn't even trying to be funny, this is a serious question, and we may be the wrong people to answer this. I wish we had some more people in here with the perspective. If she was still living, right, would J-Lo have been less successful?
I don't think so.
Or do you think it would still get the same?
No, because she was still she started off with the fucking In Living Color. She was already moving up into it. She did other
I just mean
was this her first movie?
Yeah. I actually was it?
Her first leading role?
I don't know. I think she sings in like a few movies. So no, they would have got her voice. somewhere else.
No,
They would have got
J-Lo
her.
was gonna get into movies without
Yeah,
Selena. It may have taken longer.
yeah. The
In Living
music, they were
Color was
people.
what, early 90s? Because I remember
Yeah,
watching it as a kid.
yep. That was early 90s. The thing is, she was a dancer. She didn't even sing on that show.
No.
But she would have got noticed. I don't know if Selena is what caused J Lo to blow up. I wouldn't say
I
that.
wouldn't say that either.
No.
She made her first film debut. Well, this is just a film debut, a small role in a movie called My Little Girl. So
Oh.
Selena might have been like her first lead role.
This may be her first lead role.
Which I
It's a
will
big
say,
one.
no, it's a huge one. It's a huge one, and it's an important one for the story of Selena, and just to tell this. I mean, I've never heard of her, and now I'm like, I kind of want to see if there's some documentaries about her. I kind of want to learn some more.
So there was a Netflix, at least one season of a show back in 2020, I think, from what I saw. And I'm
Mhm.
sure there's more. There's got to be more
I'm
documentaries.
sure there's plenty. I'm sure I can find some on YouTube. But I was just like, yeah, I want to learn more about her because this is.
I will say, as I was watching this, one of my only complaints is because we've gotten so used to like the standard musical documentaries. There's always some kind of like big conflicts in musicians' life. There's really no big conflict in this. Like her dad's an asshole at times.
Yeah.
He
Well,
kind of comes across.
it's the protective daddy.
He kind of comes across as Darth Vader at some points.
Yeah.
But other than that, but then it gets like worked out.
Yeah.
Shortly after, like there's really no. This is kind of pretty a wholesome movie all the way through, honestly. Up until she
he
gets
finally
killed.
understood the sex appeal thing that she was talking about.
Yeah,
was working. Then he realized that she was actually in love with the guy.
Yeah, it takes
like,
a minute though. I'm gonna be dead serious with you. I was talking to my wife about this. I was like, I know I'm not a father, I'm a stepdad. But I was like, with my stepdaughter Christina, I'm not that protective like that, but I would be if I had to be. So I'm like,
okay, listen. If I was a family driving band,
yeah,
and this dude lived on my bus and with my daughter, no, as soon as I hear about that motherfucker's while we're driving flying out the window.
like,
that's also. I have no doubt that idea also had to be in the head that she's the meal ticket for basically everybody.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like if it falls apart, the whole family's
done.
fucked.
If she quit, done. 100%. Because she was like the only
which is
vocalist.
kind of a story point I kept waiting to happen, but it just never did.
Mm.
Again, but I didn't know anything about Selena, so I'm just watching this.
So just remembering real quick, we jump around, going towards the end. I think I remember my mom telling me, came to my room and told me when that Selena got shot. She goes, "Did you hear the celebrity?" I can't remember 100% what she said. It's something like, "Did you hear this celebrity got shot by her fan club
President?
president?" That is crazy.
Who
A person that loves you so much that you end up shooting someone that you care for. You're like,
I think if this movie gets made today, they breeze through the first half of what this was and put more tension and stuff into them hiring her, the fan club president, and building that up so that there's more tension.
Maybe there's more, like you said, maybe there's more documentaries out there that actually gets deeper with that side.
I mean, it could just be someone's just weird obsession, and then they're just like,
no, there's no way it isn't. She was a stalker.
Yeah, and then it comes to the point of, okay, I'm about to get fired. No, okay, I can't have her. I can't be around her. Guess what? Nobody can. And then she killed her, and then killed her. It's sad.
Okay, I forgot to look that up. Did she really kill herself, or did they arrest her?
I forgot to check that out too.
Me too, because it didn't end like her pulling the trigger. It was just her crying.
I feel like they kind of rushed.
Yeah,
I feel like they kind of rushed into the ending and the ending itself there a little bit.
That's why I only gave it a 7, because it was like in the beginning it was slow burn, but not bad. Slow build is a slow build up, then it started getting better. But then the end, like you said, they rushed past a little.
Like they're on the bus. She's talking about going on tour for the crossover album and stuff. And then next thing you know, she's dead and she's been shot in a hotel room.
Yep. Right, because she went and confronted her about missing receipts.
Yeah.
and that's when they
She
found out that she was stealing money.
She ended up embezzling like $60,000.
Yeah, back then that's probably a lot.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah,
that's fucked up, man. And the thing is, Selena's the type of you're working for her. If you needed money that bad, she probably would have gave it to her.
no, I
like
think
she was.
They played her personality great. I assume it felt genuine the way they were portraying it, and
that's what it did to me.
Her life story, like she was very friendly, very easygoing, very wanted to take care of the people she loved.
Mm-hmm. That's what I got from it too.
Selena?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. But I mean, with a lot of
unlike the real J-Lo, where she's a diva and you have to get M&Ms and pick out only the green ones because you don't want the other colors, even though they all taste the same.
I'll pick out green M&Ms.
That's a story I heard. I don't know if that's true. I heard that a long time ago. Fucking divas. And stop getting okay, another thing, J-Lo. Stop fucking getting married 100 times. There should be a rule.
James.
Two or three. Okay, I'm sick and tired of this bitch getting married.
James, you can't tell a woman what she can and can't. We were just arguing women, and then you're coming out saying this stuff.
Wow, this is turning into a J-Lo hate fest.
Yeah, I'm sorry, J-Lo.
She hasn't been married. She actually hasn't been married that many times. I think only twice.
Twice? I thought it was more than that. It was fucking. Was it Alex Rodriguez? Fucking.
She never married him. She was engaged. She's been engaged like 5 times.
Oh, fall in love in 3 days, get engaged.
Hey, man.
I don't know. It's okay. It's not just her. It's all celebrities. Like these celebrities bounce like fucking marriage to marriage because they date someone a week and they go, "I'm in love with you." Get married. They don't know what reality is. I think that's what it is.
Could be part.
They live in the fucking. They don't know who they are. They do so many movies and so many characters. They don't fucking really know who they are.
I'll say this though, actors and actresses and all that. We want to be in those movies.
100%.
I want to become you. I want to become like that. I want to get married 18 times.
I will take 50% of the pay.
I said that. Yo, I said that about football. I wouldn't care if I'm a starting quarterback. Yo, if I was a fucking third string sitting on the bench, pay me.
Only after work. Only after work and practice where they don't hit you as hard.
You're like, hey, we're going to give you 500,000, 300,000 a year. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. You never have to go in a game, no pressure. You don't get the pressure.
The day we're both like our 49ers, like both quarterbacks here, you're like, fuck. I gotta fucking play now. God damn.
That's the team you just want to decide with. Like it is my favorite childhood team, but they get hurt all the fucking time.
Yeah,
I just want to be on that roster bubble where like I'm good enough to be on the roster, but
third string.
Like, I'm on the game day roster too. Just in case.
I like the mall scene. That was pretty funny where they go shopping for the dress and the woman working the store had no idea who it is and was clearly racial profiling.
Oh yeah.
Been on the other side of that. No picnic.
Me too.
Yeah. Shit.
I went into that in the mall. You know that one store, Abercrombie and Finch?
Mm-hmm.
Walked in there. People eyeballing me. They're like, listen, you fat fuck. There's no clothes that fit you. Get out of the store.
That was pretty blatant of them to just say that out loud. So
honestly, I think they say, "Can I help you?" But that's what I heard when they said that to me.
They might as well have just said that.
Yeah, you would have
just said that. Funnier, James, if I was there with you, but dude comes up, "Can I help you?" You racist? You like, you motherfuckers flipping out. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
No, the thing is, because you notice that because when you walk in, there's 5 other people in the store. No, they're still behind the register. No one walked up to them.
James, I know. I know how that feels. Fucking remember how I flipped out on one of the podcasts last year? Was it last year, the year before last? Because the fucking
the fucking
that what is it, Army Navy store, wherever it is.
Army Navy. Yep.
Over by Balltown Road. You racist cocksuckers, fuck you.
They said black people don't fish. Trying to go in there and buy a fucking fishing pole.
We fish. So really quick, they my brothers were in there looking for a Carhartt coat, and my brother was like trying them on, looking at him in the mirror or whatever. And my brother just happened to have his phone out recording, and the guy like it was picking up what the guys were saying. He was like, "Yeah, go check out what those guys are doing or whatever." So the one guy came up, "Hey, you guys need any help?" We're like, "No, we're just looking, browse around, seeing what we want." 2 seconds later, you hear him saying that to his boy. He said, "Well, go back." And If I was there, I would have flipped the fuck out. I'm so glad I wasn't. I would have threw that quote on the blower. Like, you know what? Fuck you both. Suck my dick. Say something about it. Do something. I dare you, racist pricks. And just threw that shit on the ground. Like, he still bought the coat. I wouldn't have spent my money there. That. Give me your manager. Tell me.
I will say, Army and Navy stores don't seem like the most tolerant of places.
But fuck them. I hope they're both. Nah, I won't be that mean. You know. I'll say this. I hope they can't get it up anymore. I'll say that. Ever again.
I hope they have erectile dysfunction for the rest of their lives.
Yep. No penis pill can help.
Nope.
You got to use strap-ons now.
Let's went sideways real quick.
Yeah.
The scene where the bus gets stuck and those two guys come by and it ends up ripping the bumper off the car.
Hey, and don't charge them. He's like, they're honored to have Selena rip the fucking.
I mean, you could clearly see that coming, but it was still kind of funny.
Yeah, yo, as soon as they, because I'm like, oh, that's such a nice fucking car.
I can't believe there's no way that would have worked, man.
I already knew where that was going. Yeah, I have a, what do you say, like a 440? I forgot what he said.
I don't know, something like that. It don't matter, man. That bus weighs so much in a ditch.
Yeah.
No way. You don't have enough torque, man.
No.
You need a fucking truck.
No, you need a big ass truck.
Yeah, you do. But that was funny. That was a good scene.
That was a good scene.
They all started laughing when the bumper ripped off.
And then took the bumper in the back seat and left.
The first half, it was weird. The first half of this movie, I didn't think the acting was that good.
Yeah.
I just didn't think the acting was that good pretty much all around. I thought it got better as it went on, like towards the end. I'm like, it seemed like the acting got better.
Do you think
it has the story?
Possibly because of the kids?
No, I'm talking about even with J-Lo and them establishing Selena. I'm like, the acting, the writing itself, still kind of cheesy. I don't know. There's a little cheese to this movie.
Yeah. That could have just been that could have just been the writing with that though. But yeah, I get what you're saying with that. It got better as the story progressed. I can agree with that.
I just hope that, like, I forgot to look it up. I was going to look it up. I hope the story-wise thing, or how the story goes, I hope it's a high percentage truth. Because I hate when people say documentary and, like, half of it's made up.
I don't think they use the word. Show. They don't use the word documentary in this. It's a
no.
Well, yeah, true.
And I didn't look up how accurate it was.
It's not a fucking person, you know.
Aaron, did you look up if her killer killed herself or if she was arrested?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Damn.
Hang on. Let me see if I can find something on that.
Because that was a pretty high escalation that they just kind of skipped over.
I liked how they were flicking back through the real scenes.
Yep.
So like that, like true shit. That was cool. Well, not cool because, well, you know what I mean. But
yeah.
But again, I did not know. I didn't realize the Selena songs I actually knew until the end, where they showed her
mainly the two
in her recording. Just the two, really. Yeah. I think. I don't know if there were any more big singles off of her album.
I don't know either. I definitely remember those two. They were on like radio all the time.
I can tell you now, her estate or whoever gets the money is still making money because there were numerous albums that came out after this. Different variations of just existing songs or remixes. I don't know, but I think one came out as recently within the last few years. So her family's still making money.
That's good though. I mean, I don't know. I can't find it.
Is her husband still alive?
I don't know. I assume so.
Cut that
out.
That's
another thing they made it like. They made it like they were like a fairy tale in love type thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there were some liberties, as there usually are.
Oh, yeah. Of course. They probably just want to put all that extra stuff in there.
And especially with kind of how boring, in a sense, no conflict in this movie that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so whatever
argument, like a couple arguments.
Yeah, there's the family arguments.
She went to prison, guys.
Okay,
okay.
Max security prison. Well, it was like a 9-hour standoff there, saying she was starting to kill herself.
Jesus,
wow.
I wonder how many Selena fans were in prison and tried to fuck her up.
I wish she was going to die there one way or another.
Yeah.
Like you don't. There's things like you don't when prisoners hear that if you killed or raped a child, or if you killed a fucking major celebrity
that they loved. Oh
yeah, they fucking.
Those are the two things that unite prisoners.
Yeah, exactly. They lose it, man.
Don't touch a child or a famous person.
Yep, we're gonna get touched.
Like I wonder who the guy killed John Legend. Not John Lennon. I mean
John
Lennon.
Legend's still around.
No, John Lennon. And I wonder how he went down. Fucking people are obsessed with the Beatles and shit.
This will be somehow the one episode of the podcast that John Legend sees. And
that's all right. Sorry, John.
Mix it up.
He's after Chrissy T.
Now, is he mainly pop R&B, like crossing, like close to each other? His songs.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
there is one song that I really do like.
Oh, he makes good.
What it's called.
Man, he's a good musician.
Is it a word title song?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I've heard a few.
Yeah.
But I think I'm sticking with my 7. This was
my 7.
It was an interesting enough watch. I learned a lot about Selena that I will say they could not have taken liberties with. Like I didn't know it was a whole family act. I didn't know she ended up getting married and stuff like that. I didn't know she was murdered by the president of her fan club. It was so long ago, and I had never seen this. I thought, like I said, I thought she died in a plane crash. I just assumed.
I seen this 1 or 2 times before this one, but now that I'm older, I notice more shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because you pay attention to it more.
Yeah,
and you watch it different. Which, by the way, people, I do have something to tell you. So last night we had a watch party, which Chris co-hosted with me for a little bit. He knocked out like when there was about a half hour, 45 minutes left of the movie. We were watching Harry Potter 2, which I did do.
Oh yes,
Chamber of Secrets. I'm
gonna get that edited out and drop for you guys Monday. But you can go over to the Popcorn and Pints YouTube channel because that's where all of the Popcorn and Pints presents 30 reviews will be. Is exclusively on YouTube. You can see the reviews I'm gonna be going through on here, and I'm gonna be doing the same over on Horror Resource 30 as well. And it's gonna be exclusively on YouTube over there. So be on the lookout.
The Basilisk.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But I'm sticking with my 7.
7.
7.5.
All right. Now, because we're not spinning the wheel, because we're doing Christmas movies next weekend.
Christmas next week.
Oh, you know what? It's gonna be a Christmas present for you guys because we're figuring some things out behind the scenes anyway. And then you'll see what 2 movies are gonna be. 1 to 2 movies we're gonna be reviewing next Saturday for you. We'll have it out by, I'll say, as far as like the shit, the setup and shit, by Wednesday. I'll have the thing set up by like Wednesday, I think. Maybe.
Or we can just say fucking just go with the 2 movies.
We'll figure it out.
On there.
We'll figure it out though.
Yeah.
And we'll let you guys know.
I don't think it's gonna change in the next 3 days.
After that, we're gonna be off for a weekend because it's Christmas weekend. You guys spend that.
Well, we're still gonna spin the wheel though, so we know what movies.
Yes.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. That's what I mean.
Yeah, we're gonna spin the wheel next week for
Hold on.
the last weekend in December, right?
So that's New Year's Eve.
Uh-oh. I might not be here. Wait, or will I be here? I don't know.
Next Saturday is the 17th. The weekend after that's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, the 24th. Oh yeah, the 31st.
The 31st is New Year's Eve.
I know I'll be here. So if you guys are here, do something.
If I'm not here, it's me going out of town to visit family.
I mean, I'm not going anywhere.
But other than that, if I'm not, then I should be home.
Oh shit! I mean, if you're not here,
you guys can still do it. There you
go. See how it is. I'll know more once it gets closer.
I'll be here. I'll be here.
You can make it go to midnight, and you guys can kiss.
Oh God, no.
No.
I don't know how long I don't know how many years it's been since I made it to midnight.
Same.
Jesus.
Nope.
Sons of bitches.
Dude, I don't watch that ball drop. Anyways, the only balls drop is mine.
Nope. Just mine as I'm getting older.
I was gonna say
Every year, mine drop a little more too.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is Chris couldn't even make it to 11. He made it to like 10:45.
I have been drinking all day. That doesn't help.
That's true.
Dude, I don't make it.
Because you had your camera off. I was like, is he dozing off? I could have sworn I heard you dozing off a couple times.
I was.
Okay.
But I had muted my mic. Whenever I didn't talk, my mic was on mute. But I was dozing off for that last 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Like, I gotta call it.
My fucking Francis fell asleep up here. She was knocked the fuck out. So I paused the movie for a few minutes and brought her downstairs and shit.
Damn.
Yeah. You guys had to join these watch parties. So I mean, if you're not doing anything on a Friday night, the movie started at about 8:30. Well, it started at 8:34 this week. But hey, listen.
Harry Potter 3 next week, right?
Yes, Harry Potter.
That's a good one.
I don't remember what the rest.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
I plan to join in for now.
Nice. Hey, if you can't, I get it. And Wednesday watching Wednesday over on Stream Lounge. Gotta have Netflix and sign up for Stream Lounge and all that good shit. But yeah, let's jump into traffic. Well, let's not jump into traffic. That's a terrible idea. Don't do that, people.
I mean, you can once.
No.
Depends where you're gonna get hit by. You hit by a city bus or something, you get paid.
No, because I don't want to be liable for one of these motherfuckers jumping in traffic, getting hit, and then talking about some. Oh, well, the guys at Popcorn and Pints. No, Sir Sturdy said no. Remember that.
I mean, you could try it once.
No.
If you're lucky, maybe twice.
Traffic.
I'm gonna go 9.
Damn. I'm at a 7.
I'm at a 7 as well. I liked Selena better, but it wasn't like I didn't like it like a
No, see, this is good. It's just it's not my type of movie. Like if I was more into these
wait, did I say 9? I meant 8.
Drug cartel movies and shit.
You said 8, Chris?
Yeah, I mean 8.
Then I would be more into it. Like
no, what? It's not. So I'm not usually into like drug cartel in movies, but what I like about this,
it involves white people.
Yes. Other than the diverse cast, I liked the way that they connected all of these fucking people. The intertwined story.
So many stories, man. It's like bouncing.
No, but it's all connected. I mean, there were a couple parts that were harder to follow with like Del Toro there and his character in Mexico. I was a little confused specifically what was going on with fucking him, but you could still see the connection to the larger overall case that these people were all part of. And I thought that's what was really intriguing.
How it all connected.
The war on drugs, and you got it where they had fucking Judge Dude's daughters hooked on heroin.
Yep,
that was crazy. And oh shit, I was gonna say this the other day because me and you were talking after the podcast on Horror Source 30 Thursday, I believe it was, with how what was it in this movie? Fuck. How people it was about how people treat each other depending on like who's going through certain things, like how the whole war on drugs. I remember how the father was talking about how we have this whole war on drugs, and he kept pausing and thinking about it, and he thought about his daughter and just left.
Yep.
He was like, because it's just targeting people. He was realizing then once it was his. And this is what I mean when I say, you got to have compassion for people. You don't know what other people are going through. But this is what I mean when I say, like, he didn't care about it, the war on drugs and all that other shit, and not even trying to figure out how to get help for the people and all that until it affected his household, like his actual
yeah.
And it was like, oh, shit, this isn't the right way to take care of things and handle things. Not only that, but he was also, as you can see, he was also there more as a parent because remember at first they sent her to rehab by herself.
Yeah, it was just anger. He was like, your disappointment, basically.
And then get help. At the end, he's doing more compassion. And the mother.
He's being a parent.
Her parents are there with her in the rehab to help her go through those steps.
Because that's what she was craving. He was never home.
Nope.
Yeah, attention.
Yeah.
From her father. And then, of course, they do the whole, I guess you could say the layout of she doesn't get attention from her father. She finds it in other ways through men in the wrong ways.
That dude in that hotel would have died. I
realized how much I've never liked Topher Grace watching this movie again.
You didn't
really?
You don't like it?
He annoys the shit out of me.
Really?
As a person, as an actual person.
Oh, see, I don't know about the actual person part. I know him from 70s Show and this and a couple other movies.
He was one of my least favorite parts of that show, and I watched it all.
Well, yeah, Kelso and Hyde was the best.
It just dawns on me. I've never liked this fucker. I can't believe they didn't have Michael Douglas punch him in the face.
I was mad he was Venom.
James,
I was expecting someone bigger,
but
it didn't bother me when he was Venom.
Hey, let me know if this is allowed. Can I have a request for your birthday for one of your movies?
Oh no.
Is this allowed?
Depends. If it's something I don't like, I'm not.
Listen. You hear how angry he's sounding about Topher Grace. We should do a movie with.
No, Topher. I mean, no, he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't bother me the way that Tom Green or Vin Diesel do at all. But I'm just watching him like he just annoys me.
You're like, fucking. Lucky he wasn't. Well, he was in a few parts, but not like main like.
And the things I've seen him in, his personality has been exactly the same.
Oh, it's the same character all the time. How he talks, how he raises his eyebrows when he says certain words and shit. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I pinpoint it, but it don't bother me that much. But
I was really hoping Michael Douglas was gonna punch him in the face when they were sitting outside of the drug den there, and he was looking for his daughter, and he started spewing
that's
off
some
like
balls,
the business.
man. You go up to a fucking door, say, "Where's my daughter?" Dude comes out with a gun and shit.
Yeah,
you're like, yo. Fucking
I thought he was gonna throw down the fact that he was a high-ranking judge, and if you touched me, people would be all over that shit. But yeah, hey, why are hurricanes named after women?
Holy shit! He was like, because they're wet when they're coming.
No, because they're wet and wild when they arrive, and they take your car and house when they leave.
That's great. That's
I
great.
was laughing so hard.
Oh shit!
That was that was my favorite part of this movie was the duo of Luis Guzman and Don Cheadle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god,
those guys were great together.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's another story that you got the two fucking cops to do a job trying to stop the fucking where they cross countries with the drugs and shit. Whatever the fuck I forgot what it's called, trafficking. Duh, the movie's called Traffic. So they had that story. Then you had the main cartel guy arrested, the witness, where the cops are protecting the witness. Then you had something to do with the dude's wife meeting up with fucking people.
Oh, dude, Catherine Zeta-Jones went from doesn't know a thing about what's going on to like drug lord vicious mentality real quick.
Yeah.
It's like she wanted the witness murdered. She goes to Mexico to basically take over the business.
Yeah.
And literally in the movie timeline, what I assume would be days before, she doesn't even know that her husband was ever involved in drugs.
Yeah. But she was like, fuck it, you're threatening my kid and everything. Like, okay, I'm taking over this shit. He's in prison. Okay. You go through me now. It's like, I'm like, God damn. Fucking flip the switch quick. But yeah, but no, there was like there's like 4 different things going on in this shit.
No, there's a lot of stories, there's a lot of actors, and I think it was kept roped in as well as it could have been.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was a great cast, and I liked the story. The only thing that confused me was Benicio del Toro. His part was, and it's not just because all his scenes were in Spanish. It's his part was the most confusing to follow. With the Mexican general and the 2 drug lords, like he's going. I don't know who the fuck he's working for.
Yeah, no, me too. I was like, the fuck is going on? I was like, what side is he on? I'm like, who the fuck is going on here? Yeah, I get it. But yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah,
but it's not something I search for,
dude. And there is not much that looks dirtier than trying to smoke crack or heroin.
Oh, it's so fucking disgusting, man.
That is one of the dirtiest things I've ever seen.
Yep.
And black tar
shooting up in her feet.
Shit, man.
Fucking for drugs. I'm just like, damn.
16. She was 16, right? That's what they said.
Yeah.
I said, if I walked in that hotel room, man, he was smart though. The father, he knew as soon as he let the fucking kid that the kid actually knows where to go find her and follow them.
Yeah.
But I would have, for one, I would have got when he was like, I know she's in there. I would have went up to the door. I would have punched him in the face to get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, but he had
in there. I would have seen this adult man look like a businessman with my 16-year-old daughter. Oh, he would have been done. I understand drugs. It's not his fault. Like,
no, it is.
It's his fault. I would have fucking murdered him.
Because the girl is the one that's high on drugs, so she's out of her mind. But the guy up there, he's sober. He's just going up there to pay for a prostitute.
He certainly seems sober, yeah.
More I talk, I think I'm gonna be a fucking psychopath father for if I have a daughter. She's gonna be like handcuffed to the railing in her fucking bedroom. Can't go nowhere.
Wow, I think that's child abuse.
Yeah, that definitely is.
Like, don't trust nobody. I'm going to Karen's house. Like, fuck you, are you lying, bitch? Get the fucking house.
James is gonna be a great dad.
Oh, man. Holy shit.
They sure captured that super assassin real quick and easy.
Oh yeah,
coming on to him in the gay bar.
That too. Yeah, what the fuck? I was like, okay, they got this fucking assassin. I was like, oh shit, okay, here we go.
They really set that up like it was gonna be a
major scene. Yeah.
There was literally no drama to that.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah, it seemed more like a throwaway scene for that part.
Also, I mean, who hasn't dropped an overdosed body off at the ER and ran for it? I mean, come on.
It's not like a normal.
But your kids had
you're really reaching here. I'm like,
your friend had too much to drink. He passed out.
It's the most relatable scene in the movie.
I'm sure that happens a lot because you panic. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
Fucking take off.
Even if your friend, you just fucking dump your friend's body. That's fucked up.
Hey man, you're
but
all
then they get caught right away. That shit was hilarious.
Doing illegal substances.
That was
I wonder
funny.
how often that does happen.
Woo! Oh, I think it happens a lot with gangs when people get shot.
Oh, I'm sure that does. Yeah, that's a different. I mean, that's a different scenario. But I'm talking like
it has to be tough because I
with drugs. I'm sure it happens. Like if they're like, oh my fuck, you overdosed. Let's get them to the hospital.
Or at the very least, maybe a family member finding them, or you know what I mean, or someone else that's not into that type of shit finding them.
Well, I think the thing that what happens, why they just dump the body, is because they're all high at the same time. They don't want to get in trouble for being high, so they get out of there.
Even if they're not high, it's going to lead to questions. You were obviously with these people doing this shit at one point.
Yeah, exactly. But if you don't have nothing on you or anything, you can be whoever the fuck you want. But the point is, they were all like fucking high out of their mind. They're like, fuck, they panicked. They're like, oh my God, I think he died. He's dying. Like, fucking, it was crazy. Like, I don't know. And that was the girl's boyfriend at the time? Or is it a friend?
I don't know if Topher Grace was her. They never really specified if that was her boyfriend or not.
So?
Maybe.
I'm assuming it was.
Yeah, maybe it was. So it wasn't him. It was a friend across from them. He just started having he was like sweating. He started getting really hot. He's like, yo.
Yep.
He just fucking start a seizure. I'm like, damn, man.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know how people get to the point where they do heroin.
As far as like an effect, like I don't want to say this gave a positive effect on drugs, like when you're watching it, but like, oh fuck, what was I gonna say? What was the movie we watched? It didn't hit like the one. Oh fuck, with Marlon Wayans. It was a movie we watched a long time ago.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, and I can't remember the name of it.
Fuck, it was a good movie too. It was deep though. It was like, yo, that's like a
that was an older one now too.
Yeah, I forgot. But no, people, you got a drug problem, get help.
Yeah,
fuck, man.
Yeah, there's no shame in admitting and getting help. Yeah, I can't imagine ever being driven to the point where doing heroin or crack is an option.
Yeah.
But I also enjoyed the scene where she just walks straight out to the van with the lemonade. That was pretty kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Requiem for a Dream.
Oh,
that's what that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife picked that movie.
Okay.
That was a good. I would go back and watch that again.
That was a good one.
It's crazy.
That's not what I thought that one was. Okay.
But I'm saying, as far as like the drugs, like the effects of drugs, that really fucking showed it in that movie. It was fucking.
Yeah, man. I feel like they nailed it.
Mhm.
Not that I could tell from experience, but
I don't know. Kind of fast transition though. They're like chilling, smoking weed. Then he was like, "Hey, you want to try this?"
I mean, well,
Oh,
they
is
were
that like free basin? Yeah, okay.
they were snorting. They were snorting coke right off the bat.
But you got to figure though too, James. Say the movie's like an hour and a half, 2 hours. How long do you want to see them starting? You know what I mean? Starting off with just like say,
Yeah, but still, like how can you just fucking
I think part
like
of it
how they portray it though? They're like, "Hey, you want to try this?" She's like, "Okay." She didn't even think about it.
Well, I mean, she was okay. She was snorting crack right off the bat, and I think part of it was portraying how quickly it can escalate.
Fucking
That's
crazy.
true too. Yeah, I guess you could say that too, because it's like, okay, you're trying.
And what the fuck was with like Michael Douglas asked his wife how long did she know about this, and his wife's like 6 months. 6 months
Yeah.
of knowing she's been doing drugs. I'm not
Yeah, I
entirely
know.
sure. Like, that's kind of fucked up.
Yo,
And she's
Yeah,
like, you
yeah,
just
it's
got to
hard.
let her go out there and find out for herself. Okay.
I get a lot of drugs. Like, yo, bitch, you didn't have heroin in your day, probably. Like, this bitch is taking the hard stuff, man. You just don't walk away from that.
like that part right there, like they were just terrible parents, honestly. Like that
Yeah,
kid should have been kids should have been taken away.
And the thing is, it's more of like that's how politic parents are, probably. But they're never home because the politics shit.
The father was never home. The mother was there.
The kids are spoiled.
Think about that shit though, yo. It's like you have children, and you know what I mean. This happens. Like this movie is what's going on. Like your daughter's out there fucking and doing all kinds of drugs. The wife, I don't know what she does. Does she have a job?
She was a stay-at-home mother.
Yeah.
Was my impression.
Okay.
Just drinking wine all day or something. I don't know. What else
I mean, they never showed her with booze.
No, but still.
But it's like that. You knew your daughter, like you guys are saying, you knew she was doing drugs for 6 months, and you kept that from her father. Like that's one wild thing. Like that's crazy.
That's why her father's a judge. He's into politics, man. That could fucking ruin his shit. Like if it gets out his kid's fucking a drug addict, and he's doing
literally been
about drugs,
appointed to do something about drugs by the president. And
yeah, exactly. Like what the fuck?
It goes back to what I was saying a little earlier though about how people kind of when it affects them is when they start to care. They pretend to care beforehand just to sound good, just to get the votes. Fuck you, politicians, you greedy, scummy bastards.
No, that's 100%.
But once they're in the seat, they don't do shit. They damn near do the opposite, it seems, or they leave shit the same and just
they don't do anything. They keep just playing to the lowest common denominator of their fan base.
There you go. And it's shitty.
People fucking fall for it, so it does,
Yeah, you can't fall for the games anymore, people. You really can't. This ain't a political podcast. So we're not going to go that fuck politics.
We shouldn't go down that road.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, you know what else I liked about this? The whole way it was filmed. There's a much grittier film technique used to this, which I thought was really good for the story, and a nice change up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, it wasn't a bad movie. We had some pretty good movies this weekend, which is great.
Yeah,
which is great because it doesn't always happen. And I'm sure coming into the new year, it's not gonna happen a lot, and we're gonna make sure of a couple of weeks that it's not gonna happen. So
we got 52 weeks, friend, a year.
No. 2023 is right around the corner. It's a couple of weeks away,
and then a new 52 week starts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! I'm just
brand new year,
2023. That's all. James' birthday picks are coming up in January, guys. We're actually it's his actual birthday month.
What did we do Deadpool for?
That was for because we started and my birthday went by already.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a makeup one. Then now I'm coming back to me again. So soon. I'm special.
By the way,
I gotta find something.
I was Googling to see if there's a movie with Vin Diesel and Tom Green in it, because I was going to suggest that if there was, but there wasn't. It was Vin Diesel and Seth Green.
Dude, the day those two work together, the world ends.
Yeah.
I had
fucking Dane Cook.
He cooks it. He does another one.
He's not funny.
Well, he was.
Topher Grace isn't on that level by any means for me. No. I just dislike him as a person. as a genuine person.
Did he do something to you?
No.
Mhm.
He doesn't make me angry. I just dislike him.
I get it though. I get it. Not like a rage. You're just like, eh.
I did like 70 Show though. I was a big fan
I love
of
that
that.
70 show.
It was just because Hyde and Kelso.
Yeah.
Fez was
And
funny.
Hyde's fucking
Fez was
a
hilarious too. You're right. Fez.
Scientologist rapist. So
Oh, he got cleared.
it was a mistrial because the jury couldn't decide. But I believe he raped those girls and that they were intimidated by Scientology.
Definitely, I agree.
Trying to
They
murder
use
them.
that. Oh yeah. See, that's the thing, man. It's a cult.
Yep. He's
Use the power of the
100% in a cult. Yep. And I believe he raped.
Oh, definitely.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Fucking powered, hungry.
Which is why he will not be part of that 90s show, which Netflix put out a teaser trailer out for.
I'm not gonna watch it because it's probably gonna be dumb as shit.
I can't imagine it's gonna be that great.
It's gonna be Donna and Eric's kids.
It's all of it. Yeah, it's gonna be Kelso and Mila Kunis's kids.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna watch the whole season. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Hey, maybe I'll do sturdy reviews over on Popcorn and Pints for the season. Let you guys know how I feel about it. Who knows? But
unless maybe they have Will whatever how you say Rama.
Valderrama. No, no. Everyone is gonna come back for at least a few scenes, or episodes, except for Hyde.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
I think everyone had signed on to.
Is he still alive?
Who?
The
Red?
Eric.
Yeah. No, he's in it, man.
Ready?
Nice. Sweet.
He was. Yeah, he was one of the best parts.
Yeah, he was.
I need to watch that again. Dumbass.
No, that's.
You know what it was? It's because he was like a realistic parent.
He was, especially at that time.
I feel like he was the most realistic parent out of the. Well, maybe.
Bundy, Al.
He was good too.
Yeah.
Damn, I love that show. It's so fucked up, but the jokes and everything in it, but the show is so good.
Oh, Married with Children?
I love it.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that in a while.
It was great until the later seasons where it just went totally off.
Oh, yeah.
But the
first show, I just love it.
But I'm sticking with my 8.
Yep.
I'm sticking with 7. Sticking with my 7.
So 7.
Yes. And again, peoples, be on the lookout for some cool shit coming out. Monday, I'll be dropping episode 2 of Sturdy Reviews. I'm actually gonna start editing it. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow. I'll drop that for you guys Monday. And we got a bunch of cool shit coming up. But I think we're ready to wrap this one up, people. So make sure you guys check out Worst Damn Gamer, Dreams of Creator, Any Last Words, and So That It's Scary on all of their platforms. And of course, Horror with Search 30, Popcorn and Pints, Stories from a Bar, and the entire Z Network. Yep, what he said. Have a great night.
That's right.
No, I don't see any nightmares. That's the other show. Thanks. Peace. Well, because I'm going live later. I'm going to be gaming later. I got to say that.
See you in your dreams.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.